Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King and this is my boy.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
We're starting off this week's program with our CIT Marbella Guest of the Week. Every week, the Business Networking Association CIT Marbella sends along one of the companies that belong to the association. Now, these can be tiny little companies, one-man bands, or huge, impressive empresas, companies that have hundreds and hundreds of employees. The important thing is they're very well connected with the administration, and they do a lot to promote everybody who is within the association, including sending them once a week to Marbella. Now, today we're welcoming an artist, Isabel Martin, and she's got some exhibitions going on, and I'm looking forward to finding out more about behind the scenes of putting together an art exhibition. Isabel, welcome to the program. Bienvenida.
Gracias, Nicole. Thank you.
I'm really quite fascinated because I know that you exhibit at quite a few art shows. And I find it fascinating, the behind the scenes of that, what it means, because it's not just arriving and having a piece of work on the wall. There's a lot involved, apart from painting, to just put it together to get it to an exhibition. What is it like for you when it comes to that moment of preparing for an exhibition?
Well, it's fascinating. All the process is very fascinating, but I mean, you know, it takes a long time just to decide first that I want to have an exhibition because I have enough stuff to show, or I have an order. Sometimes I have an order, and we have nowadays I normally work together with the galleries and the museums just to put up the exhibition. So, you know, I have to as well work towards what their needs are. So yeah, more or less it's like this from the beginning, from the first time when someone comes to you, a gallerist, museum director, or even a particular, no, and they want something, you know, from me, you know, there is a lot, you know, to be working on, you know, the idea, the colors, how, you know, the sizes, sometimes it's very, you know, like now.
And getting it there and then getting it back again, because when you do an exhibition for a certain amount of time,
but
you're taking your artwork there. If it's not sold, you're bringing it back. So it's lovely to exhibit and have international shows and national shows, but it's like so much work.
To take the paintings is the 1%, out of 100.
You like doing large paintings?
Yes, I do. I feel more comfortable in large. Or very small. It's funny, you know, because I do all my studies in a small format, and then I confront the big format. But you know, like what I don't like is the medium format, this 50 by 60. It's just like.
Oh no, I can relate. I understand that little tiny, as well as all really.
In oils, because after making prints, etchings and all this, is very. It's better for me if the size is like I can manage myself. It's like that, like this, you know. For this exhibition, I made a very large dry point. It's like 1 meter by 70, and it's been a little bit difficult because it's a little bit, you know, everything has to be made by hand, and it's all to do with your body, you know, how, you know, and yeah. The large one, I had some difficulty. Now I'm making it because it was like the dry point doesn't need acid or nothing. It's just a scratch on a plastic sheet. Yeah, but when I have to put the, you know, like the la tinta, ¿cómo se llama?
The ink.
The ink. When you have to put the ink, and you have to clean the excess of the ink, then there I had the difficulties, you know, because I have to go like more further. So yeah, but Yeah, large, I love it. I really like it. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
interesting because you do abstract art,
Yes.
but it seems to have your signature on it. It seems to have structure, a format. So it's curious because it's abstract, but at the same time, it seems to have the Isabel Martin seal on it. You can tell it's your style.
Well, we're still humans, you know. We're all the time working in structures, you know, society or system or everything is structured. Everything is into a box, really. So I mean, you know, like for animals is easier, you know, because they just, you know, if you put like some paint on the paws of the dogs, they just go and it's not. And even though, you know, because everything, I think everything is like. You know, within a rules, within some, you know, some rules, you know, even if it's out of the blue and you decided to paint, it's always have some kind of a structure there, you know. And
Do you find that you go through different phases with your art, that say you only feel inspired for etchings, or you have a fascination for blues or for acrylics, or do you have different phases that you, with your moods, that change of how you want to express yourself?
Yeah, of course. But you come to it. I mean, you don't plan it. Like sometimes I get fed up of oil and I go into etching, or I get fed up of etching and I go into ink or watercolor. So, but you go. I mean, it's a mental preparation. No, it's like a mental thing that you are prepared for that. So, and the door opens, you know, and then you sort of research in, you know, what, but always within the fine art, you know. And sculpture is it doesn't appeal to me, you know, because it's a little bit, you need a lot of space and a lot of junk as well, and it's very heavy, everything, and all the materials and stuff. So I'm not into that. But painting, yeah.
Are you a patient artist, or are you?
No.
You like it done quickly. You start and it must be done.
Yes. But in contraposition, I work with oils that you have to wait till it dries till you go to the next step. So it's like, oh, you know, it's hard. It's hard, you know. I don't like water like acrylic kind. No, all my materials, they are like natural, you know.
I like the acrylics because of the speed with which it dries.
Yeah, but
you get the beauty of the oil texture and that look, but you can just work so quickly because I'm an impatient artist. Did you start painting as a child?
Yes,
Did you know this was going to be your destiny? How did it come about? Do you make your living from being an artist?
The other day, I always, you know, I have this thought that say, well, you know, I would have loved to have gone to a school where you only, you know, had like theater and you can sing and play music, paint, you know, that would have been my, you know, my place, you know. No, I mean, okay, you have to learn science and math and all this. I mean, I'm not kind of, you know, rejecting that. But, I mean, you know, how schools, they should put, like, more emphasis in the creativity.
There are some schools, for example, I know that, for example, the Soto Grande International School, well, children that like all the things that you're saying, well, that's a good place for them to go locally.
Yes, for sure.
Because they do focus, although they do the math and the basics that we have to have. So when you're selling paintings, you have to be able to add up how much money you're making. You know, so we need math, even if it's just to work out how much money.
Well, I'm not very good. I'm not very good. That's the reason I'm in CIT, you know, in CIT, to see if I can learn something from them, because, you know, economic never been my you know.
A little bit of business guidance.
No, see, that's. I always try to understand their mentality, because I think they're great. They're brilliant people, you know, and they're very smart, you know. But I mean, you know, I look at them and sometimes I wonder what I'm doing there, you know. And in another size, I learn a lot from them, and you know, I hope they do learn a lot from me as well.
Yes, and also,
you know,
I mean, a lot of real estate companies and building companies that have to decorate with artwork.
Yeah, but
so at the end of the day, it's those associations and those people that are within a similar networking group that when it comes to it and they're thinking like, oh gosh, I've got to decorate 50 rooms.
Yeah.
Isabel Martin.
Yeah. Well,
Can we
my
buy
things-
artwork from your website? How do people get hold of you or to...
The thing is that I'm a human being. I'm not a machine. So my things, they are quite sort of unique and exclusive. So it's like I do want and I like to work into projects. No, if people say, okay, I have a house. I mean, my stuff is pretty expensive, really. But I sort of, I do art just to supply the needs of the clients. They say, okay, I have a villa and I need to bring it up, with colors and stuff. So we can work, we can talk.
But if someone
and
wants
see.
to buy one of your existing artworks, they can, I suppose, just contact you. Do you have them on a website?
Yes, it's in my website, of course.
Perfect.
isabelmartinartista.com.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, it's lovely to meet the Isabel Martin Artista.
And I've done the etching for the prizes for the, in the 29th they have like a big dinner and they give prizes to the best companies in the theatre that they've been working good and stuff. And for all the sponsors they have a special gift, and that special gift is an etching that theatre, it's like a commission work, and this year in particular is fabulous. It's very, very, very nice, and I work in a bigger plate as well, like a zinc plate.
Well,
So
congratulations.
I hope they like it.
And I'm sure they will, and I'm sure the recipient will also appreciate it. Isabel Martin, thank you so much.
You're
Muchísimas
welcome.
gracias.
Thank you.
Hey, hey.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chai.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Gusto e Fantasia.
Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
Hey, hey.
My regular readers and viewers will know that my hashtag is hashtag better together. I firmly believe that if we all put efforts in the same direction, which is for our own good and the good of Marbella, we will all be more successful. A couple of weeks ago, we met Martin Jupp. He is the owner of the super yacht Malix. And Malix takes you on chartered trips, but you can then go by helicopter up to Sierra Nevada and enjoy skiing day and stay over there. And all this is being brought together in a project which was the brainchild of Duncan McHugh of DM Promotions to promote coming to Marbella, but also the idea of Spain being a skiing destination. A fabulous concept, and really nice to be involved in that. And part of that group, that team, putting together 5-star luxury travel is cooking for you, and we can assume that they are going to be doing the 5-star cooking. Jose, welcome to Marbella now. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Nicole. It's a pleasure to be here today with you.
I'm looking forward to know more about you because I've never heard of you or met you before this project came up and I heard your name. But it's lovely to see that you're also part of this initiative. How did you get involved? Who did you know in the group that got you involved with this yacht2ski.com 5-star system of luxury?
So everything was really strange at the beginning because we met contact with Nicole also, which is the wife of Martin, which is also the owner of the Malex. And we get contact with her by a couple of different ways. And finally, through one person to the other, we just finally became like a partner in this work. With this, just to bring this luxury bespoke fine dining into the Malex, and also will be taking part as well in the apartments, in the luxury apartments that they got in the Sierra Nevada, in the Artisur Luxury Village.
You yourself are a chef?
Yes, I am. I've been training when I was 17, 18 in the culinary school in Antequera, in my hometown. Then after that, I moved to Malaga to continue my upgrade, another high degree in cuisine. And then after that, I started to move myself. I've been working in the Netherlands a little bit and some different other places here in Spain. And then through also another part of the destiny, I met my actual wife, which is French, and we met here in Spain. I also moved to France during 3-4 years, and I enriched myself with all these culinary things there because it's the base of the gastronomy. And then after the pandemic, we came to Soto Grande, where we actually live, and we started to work in different restaurants. And after a few while, I get involved to work for a family as a private chef, who was like a dream job, because after almost 20 years working in the food and beverage business, it was a pleasure to be working as a private chef for a family. And then thanks to this family, I started to be promoted for all the neighbors, so for some other peoples, and then I continued doing some more private dinner. And once I get required also to make the service, and as my wife, she's also the professional for the service, so she started to help me a little bit, and then we started to run up this business together, and we are doing really proudly working together 24/7. And yes, now we are, as I say, working also partnership with Nicole and with the luxury villas, thanks to Duncan, and we will see how it starts on this season.
Really lovely to see how it's the vibe, you vibe together. A lot of people do the same businesses in Marbella, but at the end of the day, it's just meeting those people that you vibe with, that you connect with, that make you feel good. And it's lovely to see that you're going to be part of this 5-star experience. What kind of cuisine do you like to cook? So what is your pièce de résistance? What is your favorite style to cook?
So I have a lot of skills in different kind of cuisines, but I'm a really lover of all this Japanese and Asiatic taste. I love also a lot the spices, which means in terms of hot and really spicy. So I have a big background in terms of taste. So I will say that my best is always to adapt myself to all the places, because at the end our job is something which is not a regular job where normally you have in the same square meters working every day. At the end we are working every day in a different house, and this you need to be a lot of reactive for this, because not every house has the same tools and the same equipment. So we are doing 100% all the things inside the houses. We never bring already prepared food, and this is something which give us the value where the work that we do in cooking for you. And
it's because you're really cooking for you.
Exactly. It's always a bespoke experience every day, and a part of the fine dinings. We also have some different families where we work during the mornings, during the winter time, school time, most of them, to prepare some food for all the week. So we run up a lot of different families during every week.
It's really nice. So you have your regular clients, you do the parties and what have you. A lot of people are singers or actors. Who was their heroes? Who inspired them as a child? Were there any chefs? Because Spain has some pretty decent chefs. Are there any of the chefs that have inspired you, say Danny Garcia or David Munoz, or anybody that you think like, yeah, I'll take a bit of that?
Thinking on this, I will say when I started the culinary school, it was the beginning of the 2000, and there was the point where Ferran Adrià started to have all this recognition with El Bulli, and I think that maybe there was one really big inspiration because Ferran Adrià was always creating new things every day. He was one of the creators of the new cuisine, and I think maybe he's the one that he inspired me more to be as creative as I am right now, maybe.
Well, it's really nice because, as you say, you're taking the Asian flavors and styles. Do you blend them with the Spanish traditional?
Exactly, that's what I do, and also with a lot of different flavors from all the America, African, a lot of different cultures in Europe. So we have the opportunity that every day we can do something different, and at the end, all the clients are the people who ask what they want, and we get adapt really quick to all the requirements.
So it doesn't matter, whatever taste somebody has, you can make it happen.
Exactly.
You obviously enjoy what you do. You love cooking.
A lot, yes. I enjoy a lot cooking and I enjoy a lot eating, which is important also to be a nice chef, I suppose.
I suppose so. Although you look very slim, so obviously you do good, healthy food.
Yeah, I do a lot of healthy food. I'm more based on this nowadays, even for myself. But this is something that this just became with the time. You know, when you are young, you just work a lot and maybe you don't focus too much on yourself. But when you start to have a little age, even if I'm still young, you need to make attention about what you do with your body, because if you want to live longer, you need to make attention for your body. So for that, this is really important to eat healthy, to try to skip and avoid all this prepared and processed food, which is really could be tasty for any moment, but maybe for once a year or every 2 years.
No, really, and I think people are becoming far more aware of that we are what we eat, and it's very important to look at what we eat. So I think people are looking more to someone like yourselves for cooking for you to, say, make perhaps pre-prepared school meals for the kids, or meals for the evenings, and just freeze it away and have it there, but made properly with the proper produce, as it should be.
Yeah, that's what it is. And a lot of people make attention about this, and we are really lucky that we can combine our passion with our job, and that's really, really playful.
Wonderful. And if you decide to do a charter with Yacht in Style, you also get cooking for you to make sure that it's a delicious experience, not just fun. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you, Nicole.
Let's go now and meet the other half, because as they say, behind every great man is a greater woman.
Hey, hey.
And now let's welcome Stéphane.
Welcome.
Very nice name.
Thank you very much.
I mean, the whole French language for me is just beautiful, as are you. But there's something so sexy, exotic about the French, and knowing that you're the other half of the chef, and that you organize events, meals, dinners, all kinds of things. It's a lovely combination. So congratulations on that, the most important part of you both finding each other and also working so beautifully together.
Thank you very much.
How did you actually meet each other?
We met each other when I've been in an internship. I came for 4 months in Spain, and that's where we met. And I've been the lucky one that then I bring him with me in France. And he decided to leave all his life to come with me, because I need 2 more years to studying in Bordeaux. And he came in France, and we started the life together.
That is just lovely, true love.
Yeah, the destiny was really unexpected story.
But isn't that the best love stories, they say, happen when you don't plan it, when you're not looking for it? That's when true love. So that is really nice, and I love the fact that now you've come back and that you're joining your abilities for this business that seems to be going very well for you. So that's phew.
Exactly. It's a big work. It's a challenge every day, but it's very interesting, and really I think to be together it's very helpful, and we make a very good combination.
Do you also cook?
A little bit, but that's really not my point. I can help him a little bit, but at the end he's the real chef, and I prefer the servicing which everybody thinks to serve and be a waiter is very easy, but it's definitely not. And when you try to reach this luxury service, it's about details, and everything is on the details to have the right flour, the right written, the right words, the right everything. So that's
this is
how
very
we combine.
true. This is very true. In fact, I was on an event, very delighted, on the super yacht Malix, where you're doing this collaboration with Yacht to Ski. And it was lovely seeing, because the yacht has all those details. So if you're having like a tequila shot, the little shot glasses, I mean, you're on a yacht, but there's every single detail. And this is the level of excellence, I think, that has brought you to collaborate with Yacht to Ski, because the cooking for you has this very high reputation of very high standards and good quality, because that's what you're striving for, right? It's the fine dining.
Exactly. We are working every day to improve every detail and to improve everything, and always asking ourselves what could we do better and improve it, and never stop.
When you're doing a cocktail, let's say for let's say a business cocktail, what kind of canapes do you like? Just think of what the person's budget is and you work it from there, or do you know certain types of food that are best suited for different nationalities? Is it very different what the different nationalities expect?
Exactly, yes it is. And there is, at the end, we are in Spain, it's a touristic destination, so there is people who are quite close and want to try the gastronomy of Andalusia. There is other people which are more open-minded and want to try more things, and at the end our service is always to adapt and to make something 100% bespoke. So it's really on what the client decides and what he wants to have. Then, you know, it's very complicated. There is now gluten-free, lactose-free. We can really adapt to everything, and I think that's the point will make the even difference.
How has the vegan market progressed as far as catering is concerned? Do you find that you're often called to cater to vegan events, or is that still something of the future?
It's something we already did, a vegan party for 60 people. It was a big challenge, but we did it quite nice, I think, and it was, yes, as you said, it's very challenging, but when you really find, and at the end now we have a lot of recipes, so we have been able to deliver it with a good variety of things, and I think even people who were not vegan on the party also enjoy the food, because it's not because you close some ingredients, you don't need to price less the taste.
Exactly. I think a lot of people, if you don't say it's vegan, they wouldn't even think about it, because if it's well prepared and it's fresh, good produce, you don't even realize half the time.
Exactly, and Jose is very good to mix spices and flavors to make it tasty anyway.
What's your favorite food?
Oh, it's complicated. Everything Jose made is my favorite food. I really love his ceviche, or I don't know, it's so many food he prepares so well. I can't really say. I would say the ceviche, which is quite classic, but at the end it's always the same. Well done, it's really different.
I imagine it is. And who cooks at home?
Both of us. At the end, at home, we try to eat as healthy as we can, but many times also we don't have time to cook. We are cooking all the day in our other houses, and when we arrive at home, what we don't do is cooking. So,
but
fasting.
You don't take out a fast food processed dinner from the freezer?
We don't.
Okay.
We don't. We just cook veggies very fast, or sometimes we prepare by ourselves freezer food that then we can put out of the freezer, but of course it's homemade.
Exactly. Well, I think it's a fabulous idea, because I know that particularly when you've got young kids or children and you want them to eat well, and if we're nowadays, a lot of us work, but if you can get chefs to come over and just make the food for the week and put it in the freezer and know that you get home and just defrost a fresh meal, that's all the difference in the world.
Exactly, that's one of our services, as Jose told before, that in the winter we are helping a lot of families, because that's the thing. What are we going to eat? And then if you start to have problems in the family, somebody who can't tolerate lactose, gluten or anything, it's become very complicated for people. So here we are to respond to the problems and to help people to make them live, follow with them business and eat well.
I'm absolutely delighted to meet you. I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot more of you both together with the Yacht to Ski group. And thank you very much, Duncan, for introducing all these lovely people. They're going to have a lot of fun offering their services. And if you want a chef at home, or you'd like to do a party, or you just like the basics, having daily meals made, sumptuous breakfast, that's your reason to be able to have a party if you know someone's going to come in and do all the catering. Very good. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you. Enchanté. It was a pleasure to be here with you.
Que sean muchas veces.
Ojalá.
Hey, hey.
Linear director has come up with a squatter policy for just €24 a year. You don't have to have your home insurance with them. This is a completely separate matter to protect you from squatters. For more information, call 952 147834 or their website, lineardirector.com.
Zero Hero, welcome to Belmari. Hey, hey, it's a brand new.
The Marbella Town Hall is putting in a lot of time, effort and money to connecting all 27 kilometres of coastline of our city with one promenade, one wonderful stretch that takes you along the whole coastline of our city. And it's a long coastline all the way from Cabo Pino to Guadalmina. The other day I thought I would take a walk from the Cortijo Blanco beach along the new bridge and the finished boardwalk to Puerto Banús. It's about 2.2 kilometres more or less. Half an hour's walk unless you go with this one and everyone stops to say hello to him, which therefore extends it a bit. But it was a pleasant walk and I thought you'd like to enjoy it with me.
Zero Hero customers are welcome to Restaurant Alameda in Oval Urban Hotel in Marbella.
Linear Director appreciates just how important our pets are to us, and that's why they brought out one of the most comprehensive insurance policies on the market from just €39.90 a year. Give them a call on 952 147834 or from the website lineardirector.com.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign. And we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
You've been out of shape and you feel like you've missed it. You dropped out the hey, hey.
It's been a few years since I've had the pleasure of welcoming back to the programme the lovely Karin Enbom Palmqvist, Swedish diplomat and a fascinating human being. Delighted to welcome you back to the programme, Karin. I've missed you.
Thank you, Nicole. It's wonderful to be back. And I was just thinking, how long have we known each other? I've been here several times, but you always look the same. And
So
it's
do
wonderful
you.
to see
The
you.
same, and I love it. You're always in bright colours. And in fact, I was like, oh, I'll show Karin my coat because I got a coat with it. It's a bit funky. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Karin's going to like this.
Yes, that's
It's
good.
been, I think, because I was asking myself the same thing. I think it's about 7 years
Yes.
ago that I met you.
Yes.
When I first interviewed you at the co-working office spaces in Marbella.
Yeah, that's right.
And I remember that when you came to the programme, it was like an instant, I like you. There was a connection. Because you have a very serious job, but you're a very fun-loving person. You take things very relaxed, very easygoing.
Yeah, but with you, it's so easy.
You don't think
Yeah.
it's just because you're just now a diplomat through and through?
No, I think it's because I like being here. And since we met, we've been back to Marbella every year, and we love it here. And it's more and more Swedes are coming, you know, so it's a very popular place.
It's a very big
Yes.
Swedish community, and we've got actually a bunch of new Swedish stores. Food shops have just opened. But
That's
I mean, like
right.
actually big chain groups of Swedish shops that are opening now with all those wonderful, delicious foods that obviously they can't live without. There's no different than the English with our eggs and bacon and
Yeah.
the same thing. It's like that need. I heard you once said, because I think it really resonated with me, when you said once that when you're like in Sweden, you feel like you don't really belong in Sweden.
Yeah.
But when you're away, you feel very Swedish.
That's right. But you know, I've lived and worked abroad for 26 years, so that creates a different personality, I think. But also, when I worked far away, like in Australia, I felt meeting someone from Spain was like meeting someone from home. But now, when we live in Europe, you see the differences, but also so many similarities. And we love our traditions, but we also love to eat Spanish food. And I know you have a Spanish chef on the program too, so we all love our tapas and everything. So.
No, it's nice, a little bit of everything.
Yes, yes.
You've been ambassador to Sweden, as you say, in Australia, Mexico, many different
Yes.
countries. Also involved with the Swedish Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
Also very much for the fund for the International Studies of Youth Abroad.
Yes. that's
Also
right.
with the
Swedes abroad.
Swedes abroad.
worldwide, yeah. I was
Is it
just-
the same? Is it like this, like same song, different tune? Basically, are you doing the same thing in every single job, promoting Sweden?
Well, you can say that. I started, you know, as a tourist guide in Spain because I wanted to live abroad before I entered the diplomatic school, so to become a diplomat. And it's the same thing. You're promoting your country wherever you go. at the same time, it's wonderful to live more than 1 month in one place. If you stay for a couple of years and you get involved with the people and the neighbors and so on. And more and more Swedes come. I heard the Swedish school now, they have 200 students and a long line of people who want to come. And of course, after COVID, for good and for bad, people now live and work wherever. So many young families come to Marbella also to stay here.
Yes, it's very nice. When you come here, do you hang out, I mean, do you do a mix with the Swedish friends, and also do you have Spanish friends, or do you still, because of your business and your line of work, I suppose you mix with a lot of Swedish people?
Yeah, but I prefer to be with Spanish friends and to do as the Spanish do when you are in Spain.
Have you ever lived somewhere as the ambassador and suddenly they said, Karen, time to move on, we're sending you somewhere else, and that you didn't want to go? Has there ever been that one place it's like, oh, I'm really happy here?
Yeah, I think so. It's difficult to move every time. And especially I was vice consul in Chicago once at the beginning of my career. And because of change in the ministry, I had to move within 2 years. And that, of course, felt very short. And but then, on the other hand, they don't want you to stay too long either. You have to continue being Swedish and represent your home country. So 5 years is the most I've been to any special place. Now, of course, I can come back to Spain for as often as I want to.
Now you're retired?
I'm retired officially from the Ministry for Foreign Affairs, but I have many business that I still do, you know, in the funds, as I said, in the, and so on. So as chairman for different foundations.
Is there anything that the general public can help you with? Do you need to place students? Are you looking for anything that we can help you with, or have you got it all under control?
Well, thank you so much, but I think it's very nice to spread the word that there is an organization for all Swedish citizens that live abroad that can give them help in all different situations of life. And it's you can just look us up on the web. And also for Swedish students abroad, if they want to look for scholarship, they can also look for the scholarship fund. So we try to help out. And for me, it's fantastic to give back to the young people, to see the students when they get the assignment abroad with the Chambers of Commerce and how they grow on the job. It's very, very nice to see.
It is nice, and I find that when I have interns, and that just having young people around helps you keep connected.
Absolutely.
Because they live a different world to us. They think so differently that it's nice to have that input of the youth, of the youngsters today, to see where they're coming from.
Yeah, and maybe you could use an intern from Sweden on your program, on your show.
We take one. We accept.
They are very, very often very good with all these things that we find difficult.
Well, I do. I have interns coming from the Netherlands.
You do?
I would be very happy to have one from Sweden as well.
So this is a message for the Swedes living in Marbella.
Exactly.
If there are any young, smart people who want to come and help Nicole out, they'll get a fantastic opportunity, right?
Yes, they're very, very welcome indeed.
Yeah, it will be wonderful.
As are you. Are you here with your lovely husband on holiday?
I am. I'm here.
And he's still...
We are spending the month of November here, preferably
Wonderful.
not in Sweden, where the snow is coming next week, I heard.
Well, wonderful. It's lovely that you're both here together. And we said earlier that behind every great man there's a greater woman. Well, in this instance, we have the greater woman, who is very lucky to have the support of a great man behind her as well. Because obviously not the easiest thing being the husband of. It's usually the other way around.
That's right.
You broke...
He is used to it, though. He was one of the first husbands that accompanied me on my assignments abroad. Of course, now it happens much more, fortunately. But so he has been good.
Yes. Both of you are very lucky. You found the perfect match.
Thank you, Nicole. And you are doing great shows here in Marbella, so it's so fun to come and visit you every time.
Thank you, and I'm delighted to have you back on the programme.
Thank you.
It is. It's just nice to catch up, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
And I want to now that I think about it, there is this group of Swedish women called Svea, and they are having an a Christmas fair now in the Congresso, Sala de Congreso.
Oh, they did one
This
last
week.
year, so
Yeah.
this is very successful.
Yes,
They're
they
doing
are doing
it
it again. And there is also this Swedish shop, Gul, Blå, Röd, in the old town. And they're having Christmas things this Thursday, I guess. So if people want to mingle around Swedes, these two places they can go to.
We would definitely do that, and it's nice. That's one of the best things about Marbella, is being able to change countries just by walking inside one shop or another.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks for having me, Nicole. Thank you.
When you think of car or motorbike insurance, think Linear Director. When you most need your insurance company, Linear Director are there for you. With tow trucks, courtesy car, mechanics, legal advice, even overnight stay in a hotel if you need it. There's a whole department dedicated to us Brits with people who speak English there to help us. If you're looking for an insurance policy that really takes all your needs into consideration whilst you're driving in Spain, then Linear Director really is the company for you. Why don't you give them a call? 952 14 78 34 or contact them online.
Thank you.
Zero Hero, welcome to the sister restaurant.
Zero Hero, welcome to Sunday.
Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
Many people in our local community know Esther Reyes. For nearly a decade, she was helping with the marketing and events for Cudeca, which is the cancer hospice for Costa del Sol. It's the only one that we have. She started off about a year ago with her own company for communication and creativity, Comunicación y Creatividad Brutal, and she is brutal. Gives it to you, lays it on the line as it is. She does the communication for Good Morning Spain and for Zero Hero, which is our community initiative launched from the United Nationalities of Marbella Summit. It's an annual get-together when the community discusses different issues that often affect just us, the foreigners, sometimes problems we create for ourselves. Drinking and driving is one of them. We love going out, we love events, we love dining and whining, but then there are controls and machine guns and spikes and things on the road. So we do lots of different things to encourage us to find a designated driver. So we do go out, we do go to all the different things that are going on along our coastline, and we don't miss out, but at the same time we think a little bit of road traffic safety. Thanks to the Linear Director Road Traffic Safety Foundation, they've been sponsoring the Zero Hero initiative, which turned into a good food guide. Restaurants, bars, hotels that reward the designated driver with free soft drinks. Esther, as I say, has been doing the social media for this, and for December we're launching a fabulous campaign to remind, I suppose, the public which venues are associated with the Zero Hero, right, Esther? Lovely to see you again.
That's right, lovely to see you too. I can't believe we've been 1 year working together.
High five.
High five.
Hasn't that gone quickly?
I mean, it's like when every time we sit down and talk, it feels like 5 minutes, and we leave thinking, oh, we didn't talk about this and that and that. We've got so many things on the table to talk about all the time.
But it's nice because you have a very dynamic life. It's not just social media. You are you're a speaker.
Yeah.
You are a coach. You do the social media. You are an author. You are a writer. You are a mother. I mean,
I am a mother. That's the biggest job.
So, in the sense that you do a very varied life. But I'm loving that for December, we're going to be doing this campaign to promote the venues that are supporting the community initiative.
That's true, and we really need to do this really brilliantly, and it'll be very successful because we need the community to learn. I know the community knows, but we need to remind them about how important this is to keep our roads safe. And we don't need to, we can have fun when we go out and drink with our friends and all the people we want to be with at night, but we need to remember that one of them can just have free soft drinks and then just drive the car back home. That'd be really, really smart to do.
Exactly.
Actually.
And in some places, a drink, I mean, a water can be €6-7.
Yeah.
So when you have that in mind, to be able to not pay for your soft drinks if you're going out in our city, you're getting a reward for testing negative on the breathalyzer.
That's brilliant.
It's certainly brilliant. Some of the prizes that are already lined up are very cool. You want to hear what they are?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of feedback. The Hard Rock Hotel has said, I think it was a pool day for 2 with cocktails.
Yeah.
Nice one. And then on the super yacht Malix,
wow,
which is on the very front line of Puerto Banús, they're doing a cocktail for 2 hours for 6 people.
That's brilliant.
So you can go do all your photo shoots and what have you, a nice cocktail on a yacht, which is very nice.
It'd be really cool if they could tag us when they do that.
Did you listening to this? You have to tag us. And then what else? We've got G Wine, which is one of my favorite restaurants.
Yeah, that's true.
They're doing a meal, and they also got Pico Banús.
That's a great place.
Gaucho Banús and Lala in Banús. Those are doing a meal and cocktails as well. So that's really nice. And then we have Amo, which is that fabulous pool chiringuito in San Pedro, and Exotica, and the list goes on. They're all giving prizes.
So we still have time to get more gifts for this
Exactly,
raffle.
they're joining in, they're adding in all the time. I just heard in today from Helm, which is also in that area of the Paseo Maritimo, what's it there. And so, yes, we're just contacting them now, but there's definitely confirmed already very cool prizes to win by the end of December.
Yeah, it'll be a great thing to do for restaurants and venues to be part of this initiative because they get promotion.
Exactly.
And it's
to promote you.
Yeah, it's a great way to promote your business because you're giving something for free, but you are receiving a lot of clients back, and then your name gets to be heard on social media, on TV. If we can go to the radio and talk about it, we will do so. So it's an excellent.
So if you have a business, very interesting to get involved. As I say, Malix is not a Zero Hero venue, but they very kindly offered to give a reward to the participating people. The idea is that anyone that goes to eat or drink in any of the Zero Hero venues during the month of December up until the 21st of December gets to go into a raffle when you send us your picture and your copy of your receipt that you have been there, and then you'll go into a raffle of one of these very many wonderful prizes.
It'll be a great gift. You know, Spanish people, we love to celebrate the Three Kings. So if you win one of the vouchers, you can use it with the Three Kings as well, and also you can use it for Christmas.
You can give it to someone as a present for
exactly. So
new
clientele for the business.
But that is the idea. The idea is to reward you guys for thinking of going to Zero Hero venues, and as Zero Hero venues rewarding the designated driver. Works nicely.
And how many years have you been running this? Because this is your idea, basically.
My daughter's idea. It started. It is. It started from a United Nationalities Summit when the residents were talking about the controls and the not liking to drive. Everyone just stays and goes out around where they live. They don't want to take the car. And a lot of it was because of the drinking and driving. And then my daughter, when she was at university, worked in the summer holidays in the Puerto Banús. And every night when she left work, they would stop her at a roundabout and breathalyze her. And she said, wouldn't it be nice if one day they rewarded me for being sober as opposed to trying to catch me out? And that's how it started.
That's right.
And then when, unfortunately, young people lost their lives in an accident on the Ronda Road, one of them was a friend of my kids, and she went in a car with people who had been drinking. She shouldn't have got in the car. And I think it was that initiative, that was the final thing, that after a few months, when I managed to process it, that's when I rang the Linear Director Road Traffic Safety Foundation and said, how can we bring awareness in a positive way, we'd like to do this Zero Hero initiative, and they said then they would sponsor the merchandising. So we're just getting these new little disposable breathalyzers, which is very cute.
It's a great idea. I do have friends as well. One friend who lost her life on the road like 20 years ago. I was in university. It was a shock. She was with someone who was driving, who was drinking on that night. So it's really sad when that happens. And not only when you die, but also when you have a car accident. It's not a very pleasant thing to go through. So we can do better.
We can do better. And I think the start is that the levels are basically zero tolerance for driving on the roads in Spain. But we hope with this disposable breathalyzer and a little bit of fun and free drinks in local venues, which include, as I say, the Hard Rock, the casino, the Harbour Restaurant.
Pico,
Pico, Amo, Urban Chai, Urban, Sunday's Cafe,
we're still trying to get more.
And loads more can join in.
Because you can join in for free. It's not this. It's just something. It's a win-win.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
It's a win-win situation
for you. So before we quickly finish, well done with all your talks and all your courses. That's very exciting.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your support. Because I started with you. I'm still here with you. I'm hoping that you will never leave me because you give me so much good luck.
Well, let's keep that good luck.
That's right.
Continuing. Esther, thank you so much. And if you're looking for somebody who can be brutally creative and communicative, Esther Reyes is your person. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. You can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella website, which is rtvmarbella.tv. You can also go to the RTV Marbella YouTube channel. You can go to my YouTube channel, Nicole King at Marbella. And you've got links to everything from my website, nicoleking.es. Links to the programme, links to my column, Marbella Moments, in the Euro Weekly News, and to our Zero Hero website with an ever-increasing list of restaurants, hotels and bars that are encouraging our safer city and road traffic safety with free soft drinks for the designated driver. And as you heard earlier on in the programme, our Zero Hero venues are giving away super prizes to be won over Christmas. All you have to do is drop in and eat or drink something in one of our Zero Hero venues and you go into the raffle to get yourself some free meals, something certainly to watch out for. So take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I look forward to welcoming you again next week for more of what's going on in Marbella right now. Bye.
You'll open up your